Hello, friends. All right, so I at one point did try to record a WIP and chat, but we're going to try again today. So it is very early in the morning. It is 4:46 in the morning, and I've just gotten home from work, so I diamond paint in the mornings before I put Ari on the bus. So today it is Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? Yes, Wednesday, October 4th at 4:45 in the morning. So I am working on Jack-o'-lantern time, which looks like this. If I remember, I will pop a little picture of this artwork, just like down in the corner for y'all to watch today while I'm diamond painting. So the covers, the release papers, decorative release papers that I'm using are from Crafts with Crashly. These are the Drills and Chills specific, Drills and Chills 2023 specific release papers. These are really, really cute. I don't remember what size these are, but I'll link her down below. All of the products I will link down below. So this diamond art is from Diamond Art Club. It is, I don't know how big the dimensions are. It is a round, so it has round drills, and it is a 16 by 16 inch or a 41 by 41 centimeters. It's a perfect square. It's one of the larger paintings that I have in my stash. I have much smaller paintings, but I do have two that are much larger than this as well. As far as other accessories, I do have these release papers from Crafts with Crashly that she sent me 4 of them, so I just use these to section off my sections. So one of these is an entire section, but as I'm working, which we'll be working on this section, but as I work on the section, I do cover part of the section that I'm not working on so that my hand doesn't stick to it. I have a cover reminder from Diamond Art Club. Sometimes I do use this if I feel like these are moving around too much. I will cover mind that. My tweezers are from Diamond Art Club. I lost the little cover for these, but these are very sharp, so be careful of that. This came with a different kit, one of the squares. So one of the Harry Potter kits that I have that is squares. The pen that I'm using is from Diamond Pen Pal. This specific pen is no longer available. I believe I bought the last one actually. But this is the Sailor Moon Lava pen. I absolutely love it. I have another one, like a custom one that's coming very soon, but this is the Sailor Moon Lava pen. And I have a single placer tip in one end, and then this end is a 4-placer, I believe, 3-placer. This is a 3-placer tip. So this tip actually came with this pen. Then in the 3-placer, I have putty from Randa's Crafty Corner in the vanilla cupcake scent. Absolutely love this putty. I don't think I need to switch out my putty or my wax, but that's what I have in the 3-placer. And then in the single placer, I have Randa's Crafty Corner hard and sticky wax, which is also in vanilla cupcake. I have some more wax actually coming the day after I'm filming this, so I'm very excited for that, but that's what I have here. And then the tray that I am using is from Bijou Bliss Designs, and this is the Drills and Chills exclusive tray. I believe this is 3D printed and everything is magnet. So this little stopper is magnet. You can stick it on the bottoms of the corners, and then the lid is also magnet, and it attaches also to the bottom. So that is what we have. So yeah, that's what we have going on. All right, so this is the section here that I'm going to be working on. Set that over there. So I'm just going to section it off this way so that most of the sticky is covered up. All right. So how are we? I probably should have what with that. Alright, so if you are new to my channel, this is a WIP and chat, which I've never done on my channel before, which WIP stands for work in progress, which is what you see here, and chat is just chatting. Sorry, we had a slight interruption, so you may see like a jump cut here. I don't want to edit this too much, but yeah. So I'm going to start by introducing myself in case you're new here or you originally found my channel for book content. So I am Neva. This channel is obviously Reading with Neva. We talk about all things over here. We talk about mom life. We talk about mental health. We talk about books. And now we talk about diamond painting as well. So that is where we are with that. I originally started this channel as a book channel in 2022. I started in like May of 2022. And it was kind of just an outlet for me to talk about books because I was driving my partner, Mr. Reading with Neva, kind of crazy talking about books because some of them he cared about and some of them he's read, but some of them he did not care about. And so I was like, where could I talk about these things? And I've been a lurker of the booktube community since like 2018, probably 2019. And then obviously in 2020, the pandemic happened and I had literally nothing to do except watch booktube. And so I was still just a lurker, but I was lurking. And then in 2022, I really started interacting with people on booktube, trying to make friends and things like that. And here we are a year later, over 500 subscribers, which is insane to me, and just loving life. So I've only been diamond painting since the beginning of September of this year. I went through a pretty intense bout of depression towards the end of August and into September. I'm not, I know what the catalyst to some of it was, which I'm not going to talk about here because it's very personal, but I'm not sure why it was as intense as it was this time, because the thing that caused, the original thing that I think caused the depression is something that I have actually been dealing with for 8 years, and I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but essentially it's just like death of people that I care about. Okay, we're actually going to section off this side too, just because I'm going to get my hand stuck if I try to move too far over, so we'll just do it like that. And one of those people has been gone from this earth for 8 years. So I wasn't really sure what had caused it to be so bad this time, but it was really bad. Like, it was really bad, really intense. It was to the point that I was even cutting off, like, people in the book community that I talked to on a pretty regular basis. Like, I tend to self-isolate, which is not healthy, when I'm in a depression. So that was happening, but it was happening with people that I was literally talking to every day that are part of my community here, in the internet space. And it got really bad. So that is that. So I started diamond painting. I actually bought my first couple off of Amazon, and then started just watching people's diamond painting videos because I was like, okay, I want to know more about this. Somebody that I watch on BookTube is sponsored by Diamond Art Club, so I was like, what is this? And I was like, oh, I don't want to pay that much for a diamond painting. And then I realized the licensing thing and the issues with that. So I was like, well, I'm just going to buy it from Diamond Art Club. So The first project that I actually completed was, it's posted to my Instagram, but it was a unicorn. And I bought it off of Diamond Art Club because someone gave me a gift card, and I was like, let me just try it out. And I went ahead and I bought it. Well, I bought it and a few other kits. But I didn't realize the vast difference in sizing. So I actually bought this little unicorn painting, which was a 9x9, and then bought 2 other paintings that are the size of posters. So those are kitted up, and they are WIPs that I have, but I'm just not currently working on them. First of all, they're very summery WIPs, and I did start them in September, but they're very summery. Like, I don't even know why I started them, to be honest. So I don't know that I'll get to them this year or not. Like, I don't know if I'll pick them back up, but they are kitted up. Like, the diamonds are in Elizabeth Ward containers, which is actually what I'm using for all of my kits. My Elizabeth Ward container is off to the side over here. It's like to the left of me, just because I'm using a small lap desk in my living room, so I don't have a ton of room to like put it in the screen, but that's what I'm using. And I'll link them down below. They're a little bit more expensive, but I got all of mine on sale. This is a trash drill. I got all of mine on sale, so I definitely would suggest that. I think all of them, none of them were more than like $20 on Amazon. Also, this is just a little Elizabeth Ward container I'm using for trash at the moment. But yeah, I watched a lot of people's videos. I was watching like small shop hauls, which is how I found out about like putty and wax alternatives like putty. Because I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I was using like a very generic pen. Not like generic, like I bought it off of Amazon. Actually, I might have one down here. Maybe not, I don't see it. But I had 2 pens that I had just kind of ordered. I'm gonna have to change this wax. Ordered off of Amazon. Ouch. And I was like, okay, like these will be fine. And then people were talking about like, oh yeah, I got this pen off of this Etsy shop, or I prefer this this wax alternative to the pink wax, which I personally didn't love the pink wax even as like a beginner diamond painter. It wasn't my favorite thing to use. I'm just kind of warming up this wax. It's a little bit easier for me to personally use if it's warmed up. And so originally I was watching other people because I was like, do people use something other than this pink brick of wax? Because I wasn't liking it. It was drying out really quick, like losing its sticky really fast. And I was like, there's just gotta be a better alternative. And I found the first channel that I really watched that did specifically diamond painting was Katie from Diamonds and Washi. And no, she has no idea who I am, and that is perfectly fine. But she talked about wax. She used to do like a thing on her channel that was called like Wax Wednesdays or something. So the first thing that I heard her talking about was patty wax, but then I watched one of her whip and chats because I was just trying to figure out what a whip and chat was, and she was using Randa's putty, which is this, in a different scent, but this. So I went to Randa's Crafty Corner. She's on Etsy. I'll try to make sure to link her below. And she also had wax. So I was like, okay, let me just order one of each. The pricing for Randa's is really, really good. I kind of do wish that I had grabbed the original wax and not the super sticky. I do find the super sticky a little bit hard to work with, but I mean, it's fine. Like I do like it, and I will order more. But I also did order 2 bricks of patty wax, which should be coming soon. When I announced that I was going to do diamond painting on my channel, I had a few friends over there that were nice enough to send me Etsy and Diamond Art Club gift cards, and that's how I've bought most of what I have at this point. So thank you to those people. You know who you are. But I bought this pen, and I saw it and I was like, oh, this is a really cute pen. It was expensive, and I had watched, I think, Katie's little pen haul. It's not little, but like, she has a lot of pens, and I was like, listen, I don't need this many pens. I was like, I would like one pen that's maybe like already made, and then maybe I'll do like one that's like a custom pen. So I got this pen, which is a Sailor Moon themed pen, and then I was like, let me order a custom pen from this same person. And at the time, they had no custom listings, so I didn't even know if they did custom lava pens. So I messaged them, which this pen is from Diamond Pen Pal. This specific pen is from, I guess I can move this over a little bit so you guys can see a little better. Sorry about that. It's from Diamond Pen Pal on Etsy, and I messaged them and I said, hi, so sorry to bother you because I'm neurospicy and feel like I'm bothering everyone all the time. And I messaged them and I said, do you do custom lava pens? And their reply was very quick, especially considering I'm pretty sure that I messaged them at like 3 o'clock in the morning Eastern time, because for anyone who's new here, I work the night shift. So I work 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. 5 days a week, which I'm working on trying to get that down to 4 days because 5 days is burning me out. But 5 days a week right now. So I tend to do things like buy things or like message people at weird hours, and I never expect them to answer me. The only people that tend to answer me at those hours are my friends Brittany and Nicole, and that's because Nicole is in Australia and Brittany she's in Canada, but her son is autistic and tends to be up at very strange hours as well, so she tends to be up very late or very early depending on how you look at it in the morning. So I never expect people to answer me, but they answered very quickly and said, yes, we do. I think it's a husband and wife team, if I'm correct. And they were like, yes, we do custom pens. Like, what are you looking for? And so I told them, I was like, I'm looking for like a Harley Quinn pen, which we had to kind of doctor around to do it, but it's gonna be great, I think. And I'm getting a chubby because I want to know what the difference is. This is like the standard size lava pen as far as thickness, and I do like it, but I wanted to experience a chubby pen just to see how I feel. Okay, we have some Rogue drills in here, but that's okay. So I was like, all right, cool, whatever, like that. So that is on its way. It's been purchased and it's on its way. But I was like, let me also try patty wax. So I am a person who watches videos to learn things about things. And so I just typed into YouTube, I just typed in patty wax, like, because I needed to know how to use the patty wax. I needed to know what was best to do with it. Because when I was looking, like, just watching like random WIPs or whatever, some people were saying that they didn't like patty wax. There are two different types of patty wax. So there's patty wax, like the original patty wax, and then there's patty wax super sticky. And the patty wax is supposed to be able to be used, you're supposed to be able to use it in any placer. So you can use the original patty wax, which is scented, which is what I want if I'm going to buy a wax alternative. Otherwise I just use pink wax, to be honest. But the scented patty wax is supposed to be able to be used in your multi-placer. The patty wax super sticky, which is unscented, is not to be used in the multi-placer. So I was like, let me try. Oh, I missed a couple of L's, so it's okay. Let me try the regular patty wax. So I ordered 2 scents, which when they get here, I will show them to y'all. But I ordered 2 scents that are Harry Potter themed. One is Polyjuice Potion, and it has like a picture of Hermione Granger on it. And the other one is which like on it, by that I mean like on the listing. And then the other one is Butterbeer scented, and I enjoy candles. So my thought process with this scented putty, now Randa's putty and Randa's wax they're not super strong. Like, you can smell them. Like, if I obviously, like, I have to manipulate it with my fingers and stuff like that, so I'll like smell it on my hands, but it's not super overwhelming. But my thing is, I like good scent, okay? And so I ordered these 2 because my thought process is that I'll continue to use Randa's putty in my multi-placer. I have just found I don't love a wax in my multi-placer. I may try the patty wax in the multi-placer, but it seems to be a bit harder to manipulate and fill the multi-placer with. So I'll probably like try it out, so I can at least say like, well, I tried. But I kind of told myself, like, if this doesn't work, you could just use the putty. And Randa's putty, like I said, very, very good pricing. The patty wax is a bit more expensive. I believe I paid like $9, like $8 and something, $8 and change before tax and shipping for the brick. But I'm being told by people that were reviewing it that it lasts forever. So if all I'm doing is using it in my single placer, I feel like it's going to last a long time. And then Randa's putty, I think the wax was like $5 and the putty was like $8, which are better pricing wise for me. But hear me out. I'm not going to stop buying from Randa just because I'm buying patty wax. I just want to find what I prefer in my multi-placer and what I prefer in my single placer. So if I prefer the patty wax, I'm probably going to prefer that, honestly, knowing myself, in my single placer, and then it's going to last me a long time. And I do like Randa's putty in my multi-placer, and I know that I like her putty in my multi-placer, so I know that I'll continue to buy from her as well. But anyhow, this kit is, this WIP and chat is all over the place, so I apologize for that, but this kit is actually specifically for drills and chills, which is how we got to talking about Katie. So I had found Katie from Diamonds and Washi. I had found her, and her voice is very soothing, so I was like, okay, we're gonna be watching Katie. But she had put up an announcement for Drills and Chills, which is like a Halloween event. It started September 1st and it runs to October 31st. So, like, you still have time if you want to participate. But she was talking about Drills and Chills, and I was like, let me just enter this, okay? All of my art work and like progress photos and stuff for diamond painting is posted to my Instagram. I am going to be posting finishes to my community tab, but I'm not going to be just like posting a bunch of progress pictures unless they're like specifically requested. I just feel like that's overwhelming, since I tend to do at least 3 progress pictures. But I will be posting finishes to my community tab here on YouTube so that people on YouTube that aren't part of the Instagram community can see them. Oh, son of a gun. There we go. But the actual product that I did as an entry for Drills and Chills was a Harry Potter product, which I actually have sitting here. I'll just show you the little sheet. I do have the canvas as well, but this is the one that I did for Drills and Chills. Like, this was my original art that I did as my entry. And then, so I did that. And, yeah, so I did that for my original entry for Drills and Chills. And then I, and then I'm working on this one, which is the dragon one. And then I do have another Harry Potter one that I'm going to be, I'll just give you all a sneak peek, but I'm going to be pulling this one out and doing actually a kit up or a re-kit up in chat. And this one is squares. So we'll see. But I've decided that my square, I'm very slow with squares. And the reason I'm saying a re-kit up in chat is because I actually kitted Night Flight, which is what I just showed you, up at one point. I started it. I think I have like one little tiny square done. And then I promptly kitted it down and put it away. But I've decided that square paintings will be downstairs projects. So I have a downstairs project and an upstairs project. And my upstairs projects tend to be smaller, like snack size. Right now I'm working on Oscar the Grouch for Ari. So that's what my upstairs projects tend to be, are just smaller projects that I can do sitting on my bed. And the bigger projects are ones that I need a little bit more room for, that I sit down here and use this little lap desk that I have. So yes, let's talk really quick, because I'm running out of things to talk about. So this is going to be a little bit of a shorter within chat, but if there are things that you guys want to ask me or you want to know about, go ahead and comment down below and I'll make sure to include that in the next one. Because we're looking at about 30 minutes. I wanted to go for an hour, but I don't have enough to talk about to go for an hour, if I'm going to be honest. So let's talk really quick about books and TV shows, what I'm watching, what I'm reading, what I'm listening to. So I've been listening to the soundtracks for Hamilton, which is one of my favorite musicals, and also for Six, which is about Henry VIII, like his wives. And I don't know like what my kick is with historical musicals, but I love them. I also love Les Miserables, but I haven't been listening to that, but that's just for reference. So I've been really enjoying the Six soundtrack, and of course I always enjoy the Hamilton soundtrack. As far as what I'm watching, I've been just re-watching shows that are nostalgic to me. So these are shows, to be honest with you, one of them that I'm going to mention, I rewatch every year. I used to rewatch it with my mom every year, but she passed away in 2020. So ever since then, ever since August of 2020, I've been just rewatching it by myself. Sometimes Ari will watch it with me. The other show I'm going to mention is also a show that I used to watch with my mom. We had it actually on DVD. Like, we had all the seasons on DVD, but I haven't been able to find anywhere to stream it until recently, and then I found out that you can stream it on Hulu. So the show that I'm currently watching is Gilmore Girls. I'm almost done. I think I'm on season 6 of 7, and I don't rewatch the reboot. I just don't care to. I don't like it. It's not fun for me. I did watch it when it came out, and then I rewatched it last year, and was just reminded that I didn't like it, so I'm not going to rewatch it this year. I'm just going to leave it at the original 7 seasons. And then when I'm done with that, I'm going to be rewatching Felicity, which came out in like 1998, and I have not rewatched Felicity in probably 10 years, because I think the last time I rewatched it, I still lived in Iowa for sure, and I wasn't living with my mom, I don't think, but I was definitely like visiting her a lot because we lived in the same town. So gonna be rewatching Felicity, which you can stream on Hulu. And they actually break it down into episodes that are Felicity and Ben and episodes that are Felicity and Noel. But I'm just going to watch it straight through just because it's been so long since I watched it that I'm not going to know what's happening if I skip around. So that is what we're doing. And then I am reading currently. I'm reading the first Harry Potter book. I'm behind on my yearly read of that, which again is in memory of my mother, which is fine. But I'm behind on that. And then I'm also, so I'm reading that on my Kindle, and then I'm listening to A Court of Mist and Fury. I just finished my reread of A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I gave it 4 stars. I think last year when I read it for the first time, I gave it 5 stars, and I'm not really sure why I did that. Feyre is very annoying. So, by the way, I'm not going to give any spoilers, but our main character in the first book, she's very annoying. I just can't with her. And kind of ungrateful. But I really enjoyed my reread. I forgot how gruesome the ending is, so that's a warning. But again, no spoilers. So I'm on chapter 3, I believe, of A Court of Mist and Fury, and I listen to that while I diamond paint. So that's fun. Yeah, but I listen to it while I diamond paint if I'm not like watching something. I also will listen to it while I'm waiting for Ari's bus to get here. If I'm outside waiting for her bus, I'll listen to it then as well. I also listen to it at work. So that is what we are reading, watching, and listening to, which is super fun. But I truly don't have anything else to talk about at this point, so that's really all that I have. Let me know what you're working on, what you're reading, what you're watching, whatever you want down below. I hope that y'all enjoyed this. It wasn't too boring. Like I said, if you have questions that you want me to answer or things that you want me to talk about in the next WIP chat, please let me know down below, because I would love to do these every week. And then I am doing Vlogoween this year again. I did it last year and it was fun for me. So I am working on videos for that. I also have a few other videos that are in the works that got postponed or pushed aside. Not really pushed aside, but definitely postponed because of my depression. So I apologize for that if you're waiting, if you're someone who's been here for a minute and you're waiting for those videos. They're coming. I hit a wall and I had to take a break. And then every Thursday I'm going to, for the foreseeable future, I'm going to be doing sprints with my friend Nicole from Dusty Book Sniffers. We stream to her channels, so her craft channel and also her book channel. Alright, so I apologize for the angle change. My phone actually died, so I'm going to continue diamond painting, even though I know that in the last clip that you saw, I had stopped diamond painting because I had finished my section. So as I was saying, Thursdays we will be doing, or I do sprints with my friend Nicole over on her book channel, which is Dusty Book Sniffers. She also streams those sprints to her craft channel, which is so fun. And she's made like a new graphic and everything for those specific sprints. So if you want to join us for those, please do. But otherwise, I really don't have a lot else to talk about at this point. Thank you so much for hanging out during this. This is probably gonna be about a 45-minute video, so thank you so much for hanging out with me during this time. If you've made it this far, leave I don't know, leave like a book or a diamond or some kind of crafty emoji down in the comments section. Let me know if there is, I know I've said this 2 or 3 times, but really do let me know if there's any topics you want me to talk about or questions that you might have. And also, because I didn't say this, welcome to all of the new friends that have found me. I feel like a lot of our new friends have found me through Nicole, actually, because a lot of y'all are diamond painters or crafters. At least that's what I pick up from channel names and things like that, and I will learn everyone's names. I tried really hard to make this as close a community as humanly possible. So thank you so much for hanging out. Also, I don't plug this because I feel weird doing it, but I do have a YouTube membership, so if you would like to join that, the information for that should be somewhere underneath this video. I also do have merch through a bonfire store, which I usually have linked down below in the description. So if it's not linked there and you want to see it, please just put a comment. I read every comment. I try to even reply to every comment. And yeah, that's really all that I have. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today while I diamond painted. We are almost done with this. You can really see Mr. Dragon here. So I'm hoping to finish this in the next day or so. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.